Hello, everypony, and welcome to Minecraft Island Survival. This egg like flew right at me. Um,
I am Mia Harpy. I'll be joining.
Serene Ink. Rather, I suppose it's the other way around, but who knows? Whatever the case is, yeah.
Yeah. Did I scare you?
This is like an egg just like randomly flew over to me. I was like, what? Okay. So, I had an idea. If we build this storage area up for like another floor, uh,
well,
hmm?
I figure if it goes down, then we not only can have more room, it'll look better outside, and we might find some stuff underground.
Well, yeah, that is a good idea, but if we build it like up another floor as well as, going down,
Mm-hmm.
we can take all of the stuff that we have to collect, like the wools and the diamonds and stuff like that, and put it up on that floor.
All right. I see what you're talking about.
Yep, because uh, in the Lava Land survival that Mist and I are doing, we basically, like, I built the same structure. I
Mm-hmm.
used like diorite for the walls and stuff, and that's what I did. I put the stuff like that up on the next floor. So, 'twas my thoughts.
Okay.
Because right now we don't even have a place for it. Right now they're just sitting here in the corner of our house. So, where am I going? We need a crafting table inside of the storage area.
Oh, thanks. I was going to place torches down, but okay.
Yep. Let's see. So, in between episodes, we did a little work. We organized some animal pens, and we have another cow sitting over here outside of the pen. I'm starting to get the idea that these cows are just spawning into the world, and that they're not getting out of the pen. And I'm pretty sure we still have, yeah, we still have 5 cows in here. That one just like spawned. Um, In that case, I'm going to kill this one. Because I have been running with no, like, food for the last, like, episode.
And you're probably starving to death.
Well, yeah, basically. Really, I got 1 meat off of that. It's not even going to be enough to give me anything. We need to find carrots for these uh,
Bunnies.
bunnies. Carrots are dandelions. I hear that they breed with dandelions as well.
uh, sorry, I was just thinking. Bunnies plus cocoa beans equals chocolate bunnies.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't work like that in real life, but.
Nope. But then this is Minecraft. If you die,
Oh,
ooh, okay. If you die
uh,
a sheep and then you breed it with another sheep, it will carry over its dyed uh, wool to the new sheep.
true, true.
So realisticness in Minecraft isn't always a thing.
like making a door out.
Out of 4 planks of wood.
Yep. I am so glad that now you can make more than one door
Oh yeah, definitely.
because 2 planks of
Oops.
wood for one door, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So we have this cave over here that I don't know what the heck is in here. So I'm going to spend some time mining down here and hopefully find something. It would be nice if it would lead down to like diamond level. Unless we could, you know, get diamonds and such. Well, there's a ravine, and it's like impossible to get down to. And I just got shot at by a skeleton. Oh, skeleton.
Oh my god. That song is in my head badly. Darn you, Kaito kid!
Well, I mean, it is getting close to Christmas time.
Yep. And I feel sorry for Kaito for the next episode that's going to come out. He has a cold. Jeez, your sound is so loud that it sounds like a skeleton is after me and not you.
I may have forgotten to switch the... Like, it may be running on stereo mix. Like, my mic might be set on stereo mix instead of microphone over Skype. I'll check that between episodes.
It's alright, it's fine.
So, yeah.
It lets me know what's going on in your end.
Yeah, I
For
have...
example, a creeper blowing up. I wouldn't be able to hear that in my game.
Right. Well, I have the stereo mix thing because usually I'm playing like, you know, Alpha Sapphire or something and recording that with some...
How do you record
friends.
Alpha Sapphire or Omega Ruby?
I have a
I mean,
I have a 3DS capture card.
and lucky.
So, yeah, I just plug that into my computer. And
Lucky.
It just auto. It just lets me record. Not that lucky. I mean, it cost me $500.
Still lucky.
If by lucky you mean used up pretty much my entire tax return that year, I suppose.
Lucky. Okay, I'll stop.
I mean, it's useless unless you're actually like, you know, recording stuff with it. There's no point in having it unless you're actually using it to record stuff. Oh shoot, I just fell and almost died. Oh, never mind.
Emily was blown up! No! And I'm dying from... Oh wait, I have apples.
At least now I have my hunger back. I don't like the fact that I don't have my inventory.
I forgot I had apples. Well, I must be stupid.
I just kind of have to hope I can get back there and get my stuff. I've never really been fond of the losing your inventory when you die thing.
But that's part of the game.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, you
It's part
can
of the
set it.
fun.
You can set it so that that doesn't happen. So you don't have to have that. Plus, I mean, I just got blown up by 3 creepers and probably just lost all of my stuff because they just blew up on top of all of my stuff. So we just wasted like tons of iron. So, yep, that happened. This is why I always use keep inventory, because I literally do not like losing my stuff.
Well, I still have that iron sword you gave me.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if any of my stuff survived, and that just ticks me off. I mean, there's too many monsters there for me to get back to my stuff, and so I don't.
That's why
think
you
that I
liked
can...
the whole area.
Yeah, I fell down and died. Like I could light up the whole area. That's again, I don't like not having keep inventory on. I know that it adds challenge and it's just the way Minecraft was always set before 1.4, but I mean games change to make them better and easier and things. So let's see, what do I got?
Well, I'm pretty sure we can find more iron. I mean, I can easily help on gathering
Yeah,
iron.
it's just the fact that I lost half of my stuff is what I'm upset about. It's not, it's not necessarily, look at all the iron that we've basically wasted. It's, okay, now I have nothing, and, like, you fall into the void. You can't get your stuff back,
Hmm.
It really is bothersome to me. I absolutely hate it, but when other people say to use the rules, that's when I say, okay, whatever, and I use the rules. Doesn't mean that I have any like for it or anything. I completely despise it, but it's I don't like losing everything just because I fell down a hole and the creeper blew up before I could find anything. It's like I don't play on hardcore mode because I don't want to accidentally fall in a hole, get blown up by a creeper, and lose my entire world essentially. I just think that's stupid. So, it's like I have no idea how to get back or anything because I had to go get my stuff, otherwise it would despawn and I would have nothing at all. Looks like I managed to get most of my stuff back though. I got all of the armor and my weapons back. So, okay, why did that not get picked up? Okay, where did I just go? Okay.
It sounds like you're getting pummeled.
Yeah, And if I die here, then I'm completely screwed because I'm literally right next to a huge lava lake. And it's not just that I'm next to a lava lake, it's that there was water pushing me into the lava lake. If I had died, all of my stuff would have been in the lava. Where am I? I am 42? Really? Only 42? I thought it was deeper than that with all these lava lakes and stuff around here. Who cares about 3DS XL? Seriously, with the new Nintendo 3DS coming out, it's kind of pointless.
So what games are going to be on the new 3DS?
I mean, it's just like an update to the 3DS, like so
No,
hardware-wise.
it's a complete different console. Well, handheld console. Yeah. Like how the 2DS is, the new 3DS is basically a new console. That's it.
Well, it's not really, like, the 2DS isn't really a new console. It's just, like, the 3DS without 3D capability.
What I'm saying is, it's something you have to buy.
Well, yeah. I mean,
It's
yeah,
not an
it's-
update.
well, no, it's just like it's the same thing as the 3DS. It just has new features and stuff. It's more like they updated the hardware and now they're releasing a new version with updated hardware. Not like you're updating your hardware. So
Again, it's not an update on hardware. It's basically reselling. Basically, they could have called it something else by now. Not like
I mean,
give it actual different name.
yeah. No, I just assumed that it was like a hardware update since the games that are set for the new 3DS and everything are still supposed to work on the standard 3DS.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just like a Game Boy SP. It's
Yeah.
not a Game Boy Advance. It's basically
Well, no, I mean the Game Boy SP was basically exactly what I just said. Yeah, you have to buy a new handheld console. It is a new handheld console, but it's not like the Wii is to the Wii U. You know, it's not an entirely new console that isn't backward, you know, or that isn't, you know, like you can't play 3DS games on the new 3DS kind of thing. It's like you can't play Wii U games on the Wii, but you can play 3DS games on the new 3DS. It's more of like it's the same console, but it's just better, basically. Hardware update kind of thing.
hmm
So, it really is basically just a hardware update. Yeah, you have to buy a whole new thing for it, but it's, you know, forwards compatible or whatever you want to call it. You know, you can still play, you know, games that are going to come out for it are going to be the same. It's like the DSi. You know, you can still play games on your DS that were for the DSi because it's not a new console. It's just like an updated.
Now the problem about how things are nowadays instead of old days where I can just easily get it, right? They're really expensive nowadays. Like
Well,
crazy expensive.
I mean, video games have always been kind of
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah, but
just
it's I don't remember Then again,
I mean,
basically, I always would get the new version of like the Game Boy.
yeah.
It started out with Game Boy Color, Game Boy, and then I got Game Boy Advance, then Game Boy Advance SP, and a Nintendo DS, right? And then a Nintendo 3DS. But it's before within like Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Advance SP, it wasn't it wasn't that expensive to be honest.
Well, it's relatively expensive. Like, it is expensive. You know, you think of $300, which is what a 3DS and such cost, and that's expensive when you think about it. But back in the day when the system was the N64, for example. I remember $100 being expensive, and nobody could even afford that. Nowadays, if somebody was to release a game console for $100, people would be going, "Really? That's really cheap." But back in the days of the N64, when it was released at $100, that was expensive. It's not so much that it's expensive as it is relatively expensive. I know that's not really the word to use, but it's something like that. It's basically like the 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 price level didn't change. It's still just as expensive as it was before. The only difference is that it feels like it's more expensive because it's a higher number. So, in reality,
No,
it's not.
it's not because of the higher number. I'm just saying it feels like back then it wasn't as expensive because my parents didn't have too much trouble buying them.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of difficult to buy a console.
Well,
It could be just me or something. I don't know.
yeah. It again, it's a relative thing. It feels like it's more expensive, but in reality, it's not. It's like back in the day, you would make, you know, a couple thousand a week, and that was really good. Now, if you make a couple thousand a week, that's barely anything. It's not that it became more expensive per se. Things didn't really increase in price. It's just prices have changed
Yep,
because
I know.
people
I
make
know.
more money, and so money doesn't um, account for as much. I guess I don't know. I can't think of the wording to say. If I could think of the proper wording, it would make more sense. But basically, it's not that it's more expensive. It's actually relatively the same amount of expensive as before. It just feels like it's more expensive. So,
Well, again, it kind of depends on how much the games cost when they came out because prices do generally vary on
yeah.
like say
Gosh dang these creepers.
like as if back then Game Boy Advance was $50 or something, right? Now
Yeah.
will be now if something like that came out, it'll be like what again about 300. But the thing is, if it was a Game Boy Advance that came out, it'll probably be around 150. What I'm saying is, you had to compare the prices of how it cost then and how the new consoles cost now, and see how much of a price would the old version would be if it came out today.
Yeah. I mean, the reason that consoles and things are so expensive nowadays is because of the fact that you know, with like the 3D graphics and things like that,
Yeah,
that
the
costs more
added
to make. You know, the console is expensive to make. You know, things like
the
that.
hardware they use for it.
Yeah,
Um,
but you
if
have
you
to remember that again back then. The prices for those kinds of things wasn't that high. You could make a, you know, sorry, I lost myself because I was trying to make a pickaxe. Back then they could make, you know, the Game Boy Advance for $90, so they sell it for 150. Nowadays, you know, if we hadn't achieved the technological level that we are now, but things were still based similarly in, um, you know, like if money was still the way it is now, but you know the technology was lower, it would still be just as expensive. You know, it so it I'm being terrible at explaining this. I know that how I'm saying it is not what I'm trying to say, but I can't figure out how else to say it. So it again, it's the relative expense. You know, if the N64 were to come out nowadays, it would cost as much now as a Wii U costs. It's not that it's more expensive; it just feels more expensive. Because we're used to, you know, well, the N64 only cost $150, but then, you know, now the Wii U comes out and it costs $300 and so on. Now, I will give it this. Sony was kind of a group of idiots when they tried to sell the PlayStation 3 for $600 release
yeah, I
price. I
remember
mean,
that.
that was pretty much the downfall of the PlayStation 3, but you know, it's like the Xbox came out for 400. The Xbox 360 was like 4, maybe 350, something around there. Your PlayStation was $700, and then your Wii U was $250. And then they wondered why the Wii U sold all over the place because it was the cheapest and
The
hello,
Nintendo Wii, you mean, right?
yeah, the Nintendo Wii.
Yeah.
It was the cheapest of the three consoles, and so people flocked to it because hello, who's gonna spend,
It's
you
cheap.
know, who in their right mind is gonna spend $600 on a console and then $70 on a video game? I mean, that was just beyond stupid. So, the very fact that they thought that that would actually work was it's beyond me how they even thought that was going to work. I am so lost right now. Found some gold. I'm at 27. As I go up the water here, I think this is where it initially come from. Yay! Feeding! Making me go slow as crap so I can't go against the current. Why am I trying to fight the current? Why don't I just dig around it?
But yeah, I'm pretty sure. Speaking of like PlayStation and 3, Xbox and such, yeah. If anything, I want a Wii U the most right now because of the games that are out for it and going to come out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I will get a PlayStation 4, but really, I have not seen anything for the PlayStation 4 that I really want. except for the Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, yeah. When that
But that's the
eventually
only
comes out.
game that for now I care for. That's it, and that's not enough to make me want a console.
Right. So far, the only game that's out for the PS that's actually out for the PlayStation 4 that I really am interested in is Watch Dogs.
Oh
And I mean
yeah,
that's not for
Watch
like,
Dogs.
yeah, that's not for like the Wii U or anything. So it's really the only game in the PS4's library that I'm interested in. The problem is like you said, I'm not gonna buy a console for one
For
game.
one game.
Plus,
Yeah.
yeah, plus I've heard that Watch Dogs is actually out for some of the other consoles, including like PC. Like I think you can buy it on Steam for PC, so it's like, okay, I didn't realize that it was, coming out on PC as well. Although, yeah, because I was at Walmart the other day and I found the PC version of it. I was like, I didn't know this was out on PC too. Huh. But,
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. In general, it's just cheaper to get the games for PC.
yeah,
Uh, well, of course, buying a computer can be really expensive. But the thing is, if you buy a PC, you don't have to get Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 or 4. And most likely, the games that come out for those consoles will come out on the PC.
right,
The only games that doesn't usually is Nintendo.
right. I mean, yeah, if they're like first party Nintendo games.
Yeah.
So, Skype sounds. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're way out of time for this episode.
Oh.
We're at like 32 minutes here. Oops. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video game discussion. Um, if you've been enjoying the hi bunny, if you've been enjoying the series or the series episode whatever so far, please feel free to subscribe if you're new. Oh hey, we have a bridge to the other island now. Also, feel free to leave a rating, and I just got stuck in the bunny pen. Also, feel free to leave a comment on whatever you want to comment about. And we will see everybody in the next episode. And I just almost died. Alright, keep calm and pony on, everybody.